Whatever you think about Alina Habba, at least she's honest, bluntly honest. The former U.S. attorney for New Jersey and current counselor to the president has never held back and is beloved by the MAGA base for being very brutal in her truths, like
I'll tell you something. Somebody said to me,
TBD podcast.
Alina, would you rather be smart or pretty? And I said, oh, easy, pretty. I can fake being smart.
Yup. I got it. Got him. What about both? Huh? Can we have both? Alina Habba. Pretty smart right here in the Oval Office with J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. What were they talking about exactly? No one's sure. This is in the days after Pam Bondi left the Department of Justice as Attorney General. Everyone was speculating, does this mean Alina Habba is set for bigger roles inside of the Trump administration? I guess we'll see. It sure got a hell of a lot of engagement. Many people speculating that she might be the next Attorney General. Obviously, Alina Habba is somebody who's a regular on our program. We consider her a friend. We've always been thankful to have her as a friend. And please forgive my dance moves there. Really embarrassing. That's a bit of a self-own, but nonetheless, Alina saying, Benny with the View. Interesting that she says Benny with the View because it was Alina Habba that was just on The View seconds ago. Alina Habba joining The View live. Wow. She says that it's time for us to have more conversations with people who disagree with us. And so Alina Habba just left the set of The View, and the whole place was a smoldering mess. I mean, the place was legitimately on fire by the time that she left. Alina Habba leaves rabid hosts of The View bitterly stunned after teasing more Russiagate indictments. Ooh, baby. Okay, let's have a listen.
So why should anyone believe this pattern of targeting Trump's enemies is about justice and not revenge?
If you think that the Russian collusion hoax, if you think that the things that we've now seen evidence of in this Department of Justice aren't real, I'd just tell you to sit tight because things are coming. Because what they did was weaponized. I don't want to hear about weaponization because the reason you all know who I am is because of weaponization. I sat through targeting, people saying we're going to get Trump, and then a Hillary Clinton appointed judge sanctioned me for suing Hillary Clinton. By the way, I'm proud of that. Well, I'm proud of what I did.
Actually,
because it was the right thing to do.
Let me get Alyssa in here. Let me get Alyssa.
So why should anyone believe?
First off, I really like the Michael Scott looked straight to the camera. Well done. Okay, look at straight down the barrel right there, and then look at. I mean, that's just the body language here. Look at that. What is that? It's like body language experts jump on this one. Woo. Alina Habba schools the ladies of The View after James Comey is indicted over a post threatening Trump with assassination, and a meltdown ensues. Man, it is a long time. Been a long time since the White House has been sharing View clips.
Recent federal indictment of former FBI Director James Comey related to an Instagram post of seashells, an Instagram post that he deleted the very next day and apologized for. Do you think Comey's post rises to the level of a criminal threat against the life of the president and supports an indictment?
I do. I'll explain why. After Comey's post, and this is where I go back to Saturday's events, the responsibility of certain individuals like us. We all have a very big voice. He is a former FBI director. He knows what 8647 meant. There's no question about it. He actually went on TV later.
What do you think 86 means?
To kill the president, to get rid of the president. That's what it means. By the way, his words, not mine. If you look at his late night show.
But the dictionary disagrees with you on that.
Well, he's the FBI director.
They use it in restaurants. Do they mean to kill any
you don't
of the
think
meat?
it
What
might
do they
meant
kill?
remove him? Let me just tell you what happened after James Comey's post. A gentleman posted that about me. He posted on Twitter, 86 Habba, and he was also charged. He was charged in Florida, and he was held accountable because you cannot do it. Now, this is an FBI director. We have responsibilities. You guys have responsibilities not to call the president certain things or say things that could incite violence. I most certainly think after Saturday, I have a completely new perspective on how important our voices are and how we use them.
Can I mention one thing, that Matt Gaetz also used that 86 many times and nothing happened to him?
Well, I think we look at everything. I'll be honest with you. Absolutely everything is in context. I don't think anybody is immune to it. I don't think we should be sitting here and nobody has condemned Jimmy Kimmel for his comments. Those were despicable.
Joy pointed out earlier, and the president also posted death to Democrats. Do you think the president should be held responsible for that?
When you, all due respect, I haven't seen that post. I will tell you what I did.
It does exist.
Okay, what I can
show
tell
me.
you is this, and who was the Attorney General and the DOJ at that point?
Probably Pam Bondi, no?
Yeah.
Here's how I feel about this. Here's directly how I feel about this. Nobody should be inciting violence, period. That's my perspective.
Including the president.
But you have to remember something. The Department of Justice brings real cases. We are not Jack Smith. We are not Letitia James. We bring real cases against people.
No, I know. I actually had the pleasure of serving as a former federal prosecutor at the Department of Justice. But let me ask you this. I do believe that this is a vindictive prosecution against...
Okay, could you imagine, so this is how rigged TV is. This is how rigged it all is. And it's always like this. We do debate shows and stuff. It's always like this. So she doesn't have, in a way, it's rigged in my favor. Because I have a functional brainstem, I never have a script in front of me. We have to actually process information in real time and come up with ideas in real time. This bimbo does not have that. Every single thing that she says is written down for her. Alina Habba, no notes. Whatever you want to call this, Sarlacc pit, Chewbacca, I don't know, it's Sunny Hosen is her name. No, everything she does, she has to read from a paper. Doesn't that sort of on face level just tell you who has the functional brainstem here? Who's actually processing, putting things together in real time? Whoopi Goldberg. The president's a racist.
Justify, or do you justify the president's attitude against immigration? Knowing what you know, do you say to him, that's not quite how this, people aren't just coming to lay around and collect money, people are actually fleeing. Are you able to point that out at all to him?
The president and I have spoken about immigration. He is pro-immigration the right way through the front door, through our systems, through the policies. He is not pro somebody getting stabbed on a bus. He is not pro-rapist.
But you're mixing two things up, because I'm talking
Not really.
about... because you're
Not
talking...
really.
Let me say, you're talking about incidents that happen. So we could all say, well, if these people weren't here, or if these people weren't here, how do you justify, or do you justify the president's attitude against immigration? Knowing what you know, do you say to him, that's not quite how this, people aren't just coming to lay around and collect money, people are actually fleeing? Are you able to point that out at all to him?
The president and I have spoken about immigration. He is pro-immigration the right way through the front door.
What are you talking about? What is this question? The question don't make no sense. Immigrants aren't here to just lay around. Well, okay. 90% of them are on welfare. So, yeah, they are. Be good time to hit them with that. Is Alina Habba interested in being the Attorney General?
The Attorney General.
Floated for the AG job.
Has it?
Are you interested?
Let me say this. I have never had a conversation with the president or anybody in the administration to become the Attorney General. I had the pleasure of serving as the U.S. Attorney, and during that time, Camden had their first murder-free summer in 50 years, and I served the people of New Jersey well. I serve at the pleasure of the president. I think it is the greatest honor to serve your country in any capacity.
Your name is...
So that wasn't a no. It was not a no. Who'll be the next Attorney General? Let's go ahead and check in here. Todd Blanche, Lee Zeldin, Ron DeSantis. Okay. That's the running. But who's on there? It doesn't even say Alina Habba on there. But I guess we'll see. Harmeet Dillon, favorite of the show. Freaking love Harmeet. Anyway, the point is that Alina Habba remains a warrior for the cause, a vocal advocate for the president, somebody with force and verve that does a fine job representing our side, and we'd love to see her as a permanent member of the Viewcast. Although that would be like casting someone directly into hell. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, well done. Alina, on The View, pissing off all the right people. See ya.